Howdy. What's up? As always, giggle, giggle. I don't know why I giggle. It's weird. And I know the background is spectacular. I should put a green screen, and then we could do like a fan. That could be on the ocean. Yeah, and my chair's too short. Hi, Doug. It's the usual saga. You know, we are really working hard on creating really great content. And so I get sidetracked with that. And on it, to be really perfectly frank, this stuff, the setting up the shot and like always gets put on the back burner. So focus. We'll need to focus on that. We're actually building a little area. It's just not quite ready yet. So today you get my beautiful white wall. It's a work of art. It's entitled Blank. It's representing the blank page. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, so you need to, yeah, hello. So say hello if you're here, because I don't know who's here. I can see there are people here, but I can't see who until you say hello. I know Doug's here. Be Frank. Nice to meet you, Frank. Stop calling me Shirley. So yeah, it feels like it's been a while. It hasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was a long week. It was a long week, but it's summer and we're having fun. And hi, Kendra. So I can kind of see when people join. So anywho, today, what we are going to do today, see every week. Oh wait, here's another one. Oh, and look, see what I mean about content? It's a lot of content. That's the most important thing, we think. So, you got this. I'm really organized. Actually, I'm a pretty organized person. I just get excited and then I start writing and writing and writing. Okay, this is the one. I got it. I'm good. These? Okay, here we go. This is my system, my high-tech system. So, Hollywood Gatekeepers, here we are. So if you are new, which there's so many new people, like, oh wait, I can't get too excited because, well, I was going to demonstrate, but I won't take your time because this chair has one of those things that you know, you pull on and it goes down, but it goes down. So I was recording videos the other day, and then I got to the fourth one, and then I looked and I'm like, this. Welcome to Hollywood. It's great. I didn't realize my chair had slowly been. I'm a genius. Yes, I am. Okay, anywho. So there's so many new people joining and we couldn't be happier. We're very happy. So if you are new, welcome to Hollywood Gatekeepers. I was about to say normally it's not this, but yeah, it's always like this. So I'm not going to say normally it's not this haphazard or whatever. Yeah, no, it is. But we really feel like we want to have fun. That's really important in this world. So we're kind of goofy. And then, but we do give away a lot of free good content, or we try to anyway. So if you are new, and Doug is going to share this into the group, correct? Yes, yes, that's happening. Yes. Hi, Sharita. Nice to see you. So if you are new, so we have the Hollywood Gatekeepers page. You have found that if you are here. Most people watch this on the replay. So this is the Hollywood Gatekeepers page. We also have a private Facebook group. We do these Facebook Lives now. We used to do them just in the group, but we decided to do them on the page so that people could share it. If you have people that you think might be interested in this whole process, or which this might be more likely, if you're trying to convince someone that this is an actual thing, then you can share this and they can see that, yeah, it's for reals. So that's why we put it on the page. And then we share it into the group. Often, I don't think we have any today, but often we give out handouts, free downloads, all kinds of free content. When we do that in the Facebook group. So be sure to join that because you get lots of free stuff. And then if you click on the Learn More button, total dating myself with that one. But if you click on the Learn More button, you can enter your name and an email. And if you have a question, you can put it there and we will answer, which is what we are doing today. We are answering your questions. We are going to do that more and more in the next couple of weeks because we have so many new people joining. Thank you, Doug. He's sharing it now. So we have so many new people joining, and we're getting bombarded with questions. So we are choosing from those questions, and we will go through, and hopefully that will answer your questions. So when you click on the Learn More, when you join the Facebook group, you also have an opportunity. You don't have to in either place to leave a question if you have some burning question that you would like to ask. So those are two places you can do that. We do these free trainings. Usually we try to keep it to every Wednesday at 2 p.m. typically, except for the first week of the month. On the first week of the month, we do them on Saturdays because that way we can get people that can't make it during the weekday. So, and most people watch it whenever they can on the replay. So that's the thing. So we do these free trainings pretty much every week, like all the time, pretty much. Every once in a while we take some time off, but in general, we're diehard fans. Yeah, we like doing it. So it's really fun, and we're just having a great time. So it's you know, it's work, but it's not work. It's not work if you do what you love, which is why we're here. So, and then we have coming up soon, well, actually we have two things coming up soon. We have a video series coming up that begins next week. So we have a video series next week, and that kind of gives you the overview of what we're doing here. And then next Saturday will be our next Facebook Live, and that's a kickoff into like majorly giving a bunch of free stuff away. And so we'll start doing Facebook Lives on the daily for 2 weeks. And then we also have free workshop that we really dive deep in there and really lay out what it is we're doing here. So, and then we also have a paid course. And so throughout all that, we'll also give you information if you want to go that route. There's a ton of free stuff. We are good. It's just different. The two routes are different. Choose what works for you. We're here either way. There it is. Here's my speech. So that's it. Yes, we did. Oh, we did. I knew we were getting close. I didn't know we were there. 3,000. Woo! I used to have confetti, and then I moved because we're doing a little studio thing. That was my confetti. I speak in sound effects. That's a language. Did you know that? Okay, anyway. So yeah, those are the levels of Hollywood Gatekeepers. So what we thought we would do is we're picking either the most common questions that we get, or ones that like are funny, or ones that are unique. So we're picking just 5 questions. We're just gonna go through the 5 questions, and then there you have it. Am I forgetting anything, Doug? So I'm Carolyn J. Carpenter, been a reader for years, and then Doug is my partner. So he is in here, and he's the smart one, and he makes comments. So he reiterates. He's not just like some guy going, "Oh yeah, she said this." No, he actually does that on purpose, so that you can kind of, you know, it's a way to kind of scroll through. So if you have questions, comments, hoo-ha, let me know where you're from. Let me know what's going on. Lay it on us. Okay, so the first question we have is from greatest name ever, Mr. Willie Witt, or White, I think it's Witt, W-I-T-T, Witt. And here's what he has to say. I feel like, what is that, a game show host? No, a talk show host? I don't know. I was about to say, I strive to be Oprah, but oh my gosh, she's the queen. I wonder what the flexibility of the industry is like. Is this something I could do as a side gig on top of my current job? Really great question, Willie. And yes, the answer is a big resounding yes. You can do this on top of your side job. As a matter of fact, we highly recommend that when you first start, you do this on top of a side job. We are showing people how to do this as a full-time or part-time, and we have, it can lead to a lot of different careers. When you see the video series next week, we really dive into that topic, but it can lead to a lot of different things. So we actually don't recommend that you, even if this is something that you know you want to do, we don't recommend that you just quit your job and start. We recommend that you ease your way into it. For one, this chair swivels, so I have a really short attention span. For one, your current day job is your stability. So it's much easier to learn and try something new when you have that stability, even if you hate it. And we have a whole thing on how to like your day job or like the job that you're currently in, because when you start looking for opportunity, we think you should embrace your current situation no matter what it is, because when you start I'm not saying anything. When you start embracing your current thing, we feel pretty strongly that it makes the exploration so much easier, because you'll start seeing opportunities. Something, just a little squirrel note, is that everyone has a screenplay. Like, there's so many people that have screenplays or know someone that has a screenplay, that if you start looking in your current circle, no matter what that circle is, I guarantee it, there is someone somewhere in your circle that has a screenplay or has, like, is in this thing. Like, so once you start doing this as a profession, you can do it for production companies, but you can do it for people that are just getting started. There's so many ways that you can make this work for you, that we really recommend that you start as a side job. One, to embrace that job, because, and the more you do that, the happier you will get in that job, and the better that job will get. It's kind of a interesting, sort of counterintuitive thing, but it really is. You know, we really feel if you're happy, then your work is more satisfying, as opposed to making that work satisfying so I can be happy. Damn it! Like, you got to start from that place. That was me. So you got to start from that place, and then, like, more opportunities will come. So we feel, you know, that when you're first starting and you want it to be a side job, that we recommend doing that. The second reason that we recommend doing that is because the second reason that I totally was just there in my head. 3, my lord. 2, my lord. The second reason is that you might not like it. So everybody goes, oh, reading screenplays, that'd be so fun. I could do that forever. And then they get in there and it can be really overwhelming. You know, you're trying to come up with all the things that are right, that are wrong. They're trying to help people. It can be overwhelming. And so, and people usually, when, you know, they go like this, here, take my screenplay. Have you read it yet? It really, like, they're very impatient. Like, that's one of the biggest, not obstacles, but one of the things you have to deal with is that the impatience of this business, in terms of when someone gives you their work. Boy, if you don't, they take it personally if you don't read it like that. So having that second day job and easing your way into it is a smarter way to go anyway. Even if you think, oh, I want to do this full time, I'm absolutely sure of it. We have all kinds of things that we do, where we do, you know, trackers, and we help you kind of figure out how long it takes you and all these things, so that you can know, is this something that would be feasible for me personally as a full-time thing? Because it might not be, even if you love it. So we're trying to, like, pave the way in as many ways. I mean, we're not paving a way. We're paving, like, what would you call that? We're paving, like, you know how you go to the racetracks and they have all these different ones? We're like paving a nation. Like, we're paving, like, highways and roadways and skyways, and, like, we're like a transportation system in how to do this, because there's really no one way. And that's the beautiful thing about it. There's many ways. So we're trying to give you as many opportunities in as many ways as possible. So great question, Willie. Hope that kind of gives you an answer for it. And number 2 comes from another great name. I think it's Carrington, maybe Sarrington, Cerington. Carrington Jones. I could see a screenplay called Carrington Jones. That's cool. So what types of scripts would I be able to read? Will I get to choose as to which I want to read? So that's another good question. Yes, typically you can. So when you first start, we recommend that you read anything and everything. One, you'll get more people will hire you because you're able to read in a lot of different genres. Almost always, 99, let me give you an accurate number. Like 90% of the time, whoever, the place that you're, whomever, grammar police, whomever, the person, let's just say that, who hires you to read, that hires you. Okay, I'm off. When you get hired to read a script, they typically will ask, are there genres you really don't like? Are there genres that you really love? They try to give the readers the things that they like, because you'll be more into the script you're reading, you'll be pay attention, you'll do better coverage, and coverage, if you don't know. So a reader reads a script, writes kind of like a book report known as coverage, and then gives the coverage to the person that hired them to read the script. And then that person decides the next step they want to take based on your coverage. So they know that you're going to do, your coverage is going to be better if it's in a genre that you prefer. So most places will either, when you first start, they'll have a little sheet that you check off, give me this, not this, that kind of thing. You can, and then the more you build your resume, and we actually recommend this, the further you go, if you start specializing in a genre, like let's say you're a huge horror buff, and if you're a huge horror buff and you know the history of it, or if you have a certain, or well, let me just go down that. If you're a huge horror buff and for instance you know the whole history and you know all about all the different filmmakers that from George Romero to Wes Craven, and what do they bring that changes the genre, then that's going to really help you because you can speak to it on a just deeper level. And so you can start niching in that way, and you can work for only people that do that thing, or you can work for only writers that do horror scripts. That's the thing, is there's so much content, there's so much material out there that I think pretty strongly that it's better if you niche down. But when you're first starting, for one, the other thing that's kind of interesting is when you first start reading, like, I mean, I kind of knew this, but I think romantic comedies are great. Not so much I am a romantic sap, but other than that, I love this comedy, the slapstick element of romantic comedies. It's one of the few genres now, although now we're getting, this kind of ensemble buddy stuff like The Hangover, where you're getting this slapstick thing that is so fantastic, and I'm a huge fan because I'm such a goof myself. So I didn't realize that I was such a romantic, like I would enjoy reading romantic comedy so much, but I do because I just love slapstick. So and I've watched all kinds of genres, and I slowly started to realize, I actually enjoy reading. I love action movies. Like I'm it's kind of strange for a girl, but I love action movies. Sorry, someone's calling me on, a very odd person is calling me on FaceTime, I think by accident. So I actually love going to action movies, but it's not my favorite genre to read. So, you'll start to learn that. So we really recommend when you first start out, read it all. My comments. Oh, they're not. Hello. I wasn't scrolling. I need to scroll. Okay, let me see if they have. Yay, thanks, Sharita. Can't wait for you to get started too. So there we go. Okay, now I'm caught up. Oh, really? Yes, I am. You have bewitched me, body and soul. My favorite line ever. And the way he says it. And now the guy that played, sorry, his name, Matthew something, who played on Pride and Prejudice. Now he's on Succession. I don't know if you've seen that series. And he's just such a little weasel on that show. And it's like, no, not him, not Mr. Darcy. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so that's a really good question, Saranty. And so, Saranty, I just gave you a new name, Sarrington. I think that's how you say it. So yeah, basically start with all, then start niching your way down. And you can really start to hone in as you go. So hope that makes sense. Number 3. So we were thinking this would be take 5, but 5 minutes. Angela D, don't know the last name, we could make one up. Find that unique gem. It's not a question, but boy, is it a bingo statement. That is, we actually say those words. Your job is to find that unique gem. It was Angela, what? Yeah, so totally. Okay, the little faces come up and sometimes they're mad. And I'm like, oh, why are you mad? I don't know why that happens. I think it just means emotion. That's totally me. I'm happy, I'm mad. Okay, anyway. I'm hyper today. I don't know why. I say that every week. I'm hyper today. I just get excited. So yeah, find that unique. That is such a perfect statement. That is your job. And coincidentally, and I'm not name dropping because we said we wouldn't say a name, but we just this last week, so we have our paid course. In the paid course, we do the same thing. Right after this, we'll do it in there. But in there, we do it a little bit different. And so we have guests that come in and speak to our students in the paid course. And we had a 2-time Oscar winner. He was amazing. But that's one of the things that he talked about too, was being able to find that unique gem and look for the story. He talked about that, and about how scripts that he has done that have been Oscar winners, readers have come and said, or many people besides readers also though have said that, oh yeah, it's a great script, but it'll never sell. And so it's just looking at the marketing, your job is not necessarily, you need to know the marketing things, you need to know what kind of sells, what doesn't sell, that kind of stuff. So you need to kind of know what those things are, but your job is to focus on the story of the script. So he laid it out in a really beautiful way, and I really think that it's a really good thing that Angela brought up. something we should all think about. That is our job, is to find that unique gem. And sometimes the script can be a disaster. Like formatting wise, it's a mess. We actually have a project that we're working on that we share with everyone in the paid course that talks about this whole project. The script's a disaster, but there's a unique gem in there, and we're making everybody figure out what it is. And so you really, yeah, really spot on. So let me just see if there's any questions. How can I get my emails back so I can get on this opportunity? Get your emails back. Not sure what you mean, Sandy. Hi, Sandy, by the way. I think it might mean, hi, Darren. My stalker's here, yay! So it might be, I'm a bit bad. So we have a huge team. We don't have a big team. Like, we are just like really hands-on with all of this. So it might be, Sandy, if you're referring to that you emailed me, haven't got back to you, we will. I actually have them all open. I should share my screen so that I can respond, because some people have emailed questions, and so we're trying to, but this is the best place. If, you know, when you join the email, if you haven't joined the email list, go to learn more on this page, if that's what you're asking. That's how you join. So number 4, Wesley Williams. We've got the greatest names today, goodness. Does my opinion really count on having these scripts made? Yes. Question 5. No. Yeah, it does. And it doesn't necessarily, it's not like you say, yes, the script should be made, but you are the thing that makes them go, okay, maybe I'll take a second look. You know, so it is like, producers are just the masters of juggling and spinning plates. They have so much they're dealing with that they just can't possibly take the time to read everything. But what you do is, by your coverage being yay or nay, gives them the you know, motivation to read it too, or to, you know, kind of talk to the writer a little more, whatever. You're the person that kind of talks about the next step. And so there's all these articles and blah, 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 a lot of noise out there about get your script past the reader, but there's really nothing about being a reader. It's all just like the reader, like is this person. So we just decided, you know what, it's sort of maddening, and people do talk about this, that there's interns that read and people that get paid don't get paid to read, and that is all true. We are not saying that's not true, and we are really focused on because it's a little bit maddening that then there's people reading for free that are learning how to read on someone's script. That's just not okay. Like, it's, that person put a lot of energy into that script, and to have someone sort of learning how to be a reader by reading that script is just, it's not okay. So it's a little bit maddening, which is why we think, yes, your opinion can stop a project. Absolutely. That's why we're Hollywood gatekeepers. Readers are the gatekeepers. They are like, oh, get smart walls, you know. And so, yeah, we want to be the readers that you really find that unique gem, as Angela would say, and you're kicking that gate in. We want us to be a gateway, not a gatekeeper, even though we called it that, but that's because that's what it's called. So our final question, Allison, she doesn't have a last name, or she didn't give it. I think she probably has one. How do I get started? Funny you should ask. So that's what we're here for. So yeah, those are our 5 questions for the day, and I'm going to go into how to get started. Let's check my, why isn't it scrolling? Well, there'll be thousands, most likely. The first one is, so let me just, I'm going to answer Darren's question within the next question. So how do you get started? So you are here, you are getting started. Ta-da! So there, done. So no, so you do this, you can go into the Facebook group, you can get the free downloads. These are ways that you can get started. Then starting next week, we do a video series, and that's the next step. And in the video series, there's 4, my lord. There's 4 videos, and y'all should get that joke. 4, my lord, 3, my lord. There's 4 videos, and we cover specific topics in each video. And then we have free workshops, and you can go ahead, the registration, I'll put it in here as well. We'll put it, Doug remind me, we'll put the link in the Facebook group as well. But you can go ahead and register for a free workshop. That dives even deeper into what it is to be a reader, and we give you the basic tools you need to get started in that workshop. So, and Darren, to answer your question, there's probably going to be, yay, Sharita's enrolled, woohoo! It's really fun, we love it, and we have actually extra things that we're throwing in this time. And so we've only done it 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times. And so we're just kind of, you know, we have a lot of experience at reading. We don't have a lot of experience. Well, now we're getting there at online stuff. So we just kind of keep changing it and morphing it as to what people want. So in the workshop, we will dive really deep. So stay for the whole thing, and we dive into kind of helping you figure out the questions we ask, whether it's right for you, and then all the things you kind of need to know. And then we do have a paid option. If you want to jump into the paid course, you can do that as well, and that goes really deep. So those are the ways that you can get started, and you'll just kind of suss out what's right for you and what works best for you. And we'll continue to give away a lot of free content in either place, and then we dive really deep with students. And so those are basically the steps that you take. So if you're enrolled, that means you're on the mailing list, so that's good. And so you can watch the video series too, because that'll give you a really good prep for the for the free workshop. And then we are also going to do a Meet the Screen Readers Day. So that'll be cool, where you can actually, you'll see some of the people that are in the paid course and kind of talk to them about what they're learning or whatever. Yeah, I think that's how we're still kind of figuring out, to be honest, how that works. So those are kind of the basics of how it's going. We also have a podcast that we're launching, and we're going to wait and have that podcast come out right after this, right after the free workshop, so we're not bombarding with too much. It's already a lot. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Things are happening. Scroll, Carolyn, scroll. Oh, hey there, look at him. He's on it. There's the link. My partner rocks. He does. So, and just a little braggadocious moment. So as we're learning how to do this online stuff, we are taking a boatload of classes, and then we also, and we'll talk about this other times, but being a reader, we feel, is also, you're you are self-employed, but it can be your own business. Like, you can build your own business doing this. So we are giving a ton of free content away about just that. So we're taking all kinds of classes. We learn stuff, we dump it right back to you. Like, we cater it to what we're doing here and let you learn. And Doug was a guest, and he came into this private Facebook group, and he was so smart, and they were so inspired by the things he was saying, and he really helped a lot of people figure out their own business that had nothing to do with this. He just came in, and he's good. Talks me off the ledge on a regular basis. So there you have it. That's it for this week. So next week, we won't be doing Wednesday, because the first week of every month, we do it on Saturdays to get people who work Monday through Friday. So next week, we will be, she says with confidence, we will be noon on, right? Yeah, noon on Saturday next week, the August 3rd or whatever that is. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. August already. Holy smokes. So thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming. Hey, Shannon. Yay. Oh, first one. So the first work, well, actually, the first one's sold out. So he's in the first one that's still available. So not sold out because it's free. Full. Let's put it that way. So yeah, there's one on the 8th. There's one on the 11th, and there's one on the 15th. So definitely, if you go to that link that Doug posted, you can sign up for any of those dates. So cool. We will see you in the workshop. We will see you next Saturday. All right, guys. Sign up for the mailing list. Give us your questions. We'll be answering more questions next week. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming. Cool. Yay. I'm trying to get out of the habit of just like leaving, because I know there's a bit of a delay to give people a chance to say sayonara. Sayonara? That's wrong. To say goodbye. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.